Good morning students. Today I am gonna teach 9th maths second chapter introduction to Euclid's geometry. So we are going to study a new chapter, that is Euclid's geometry, introduction to Euclid's geometry. So what we'll be studying in this chapter is axioms and postulates. You will be studying axioms and postulates. So what do you mean by these axioms and postulates now? So axioms and postulates are similar. This is a statement which does not require any proof. So axioms and postulates are some statement which does not require any proof. We don't want to prove this. No need of proving it because it is obvious. So obviously it is proved. For example, we will say that sun rises in the east. Whether we need to prove that? No, right? We can see. It is obvious. Sun always rises in east. We can see from there. So no need of proving. So any proving is not required there. So same way here also, axioms and postulates are some statements which are obvious. With no need of proving it. So what will be theorem then? What is theorem? Theorem means that it is a statement which requires proof. This has to be proved, but this no need of proving. So it is obvious in nature, no need of proof. But theorems we want to prove it. Theorems means it should have some proof, and while proving this theorem we will use these axioms and postulates. So when you are proving this theorem, we will use axioms and postulates to prove. Now I said that axioms and postulates does not require any proof. So these are two things, right? It is somewhat similar. Okay, axioms and postulates is similar, but we have given two names. No, why? Because postulates will use in only geometry chapters. Axioms will be used in everywhere in maths. In maths, in any chapter, axioms can be used, but postulates are used in geometry chapters only. So now you got what axioms and postulates and difference between axioms, postulates and theorems. So next, there are 7 axioms and 5 postulates. So we will be studying 7 axioms and 5 postulates in this chapter. This is a small chapter. So what we will study first? Axiom. So first axiom. Things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. Things which is equal to the same thing are equal to one another. So what it means? So for example, if we say A is equals to B and B is equals to C, by seeing this two, what we can say? See here, A equals to B and one more, B equals to C. By seeing these two, we can say A and C equal, right? What it becomes? A equals to C. See, these two are same. A equals to B, B equals to C. So A and C also equal, right? A equals to C. It is obvious. Or for example, if we take one line segment AB, okay, AB, we'll draw one more line CD which is equal. So we'll see AB is equals to CD, and we'll take one more EF. Okay, EF, and we say, and we'll draw AB equals to CD. Then we say CD equals to EF. CD is equals to, this is equals to this, and this is equals to this. So at last what we can say? These two are equal, right? If this is equals to this and this is also equals to this, then we can say this is AB is equals to EF, right? This is what they have said here. Things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. Next axiom. Axiom 2. If equals are added to equals, the wholes are equal. So when you add equals, the wholes will also equal. For example, if we take two equations, A equals to B, this is one equation, okay, and C equals to D equation. Then we'll say adding 1 and 2, what you will get? A plus C is equals to B plus D, right? The whole is also equal. This is one equal and this is another one equal. When you add these two equals together, the whole total will be equal. This is one example. Let me explain with another example. So second example. So there are 4 members. Okay, there are 4 members are there. So these if one member gave chocolates to these 2 members, equal number of chocolates he gave. Let me take it as 5. So one member gave chocolates these 2 children 5 chocolates, and these 2 he gave 3 chocolates. Okay, so these 2 are having equal number of chocolates 5, and these 2 are having equal number of chocolates 3. These are equal and these are equal. When you add, what is it? If equals are added to equals, this is equal and one more equal. Okay, equal. When you add it, so 5 plus 3 8, 5 plus 3 8. The answer is also equal, right? Equal number of equals are added to equals, you will get the answer. Whole is also equal. So this is explained here. If equals are added to equals, the wholes are equals. Next, third axioms. If equals are subtracted from equals, the remainders are equal. Same like this. Here addition, here subtraction. So let me take example. So A equals to B. Same example we can take 1. And C equals to D is second equation. So 1 minus 2, what you will get? A minus C is equals to B minus D. So remainders will also be equal. So let me take one more example, same as like this. So there were 2 members. Okay, so these 2 members, for these 2 members, one person gave 10 chocolates. Okay, same number of chocolates these 2 members got, equal chocolates they got, 10. Then when they reach home, for them one small brother is there. Okay, both of them has some brother, so they gave 3 chocolates to their brothers. Okay, younger brothers, both of them gave 3 chocolates. Okay, same way, these 2 are equal, these 2 are equal. Here 10 chocolates they got, and then they gave 3 chocolates to their brothers. So what will be? Minus, right? So 10 minus 3 is how much? 7. Here also 7. So the remainder is also 7. So how much number of chocolates these members will be having with their hands? 7. First, initially they got 10 chocolates. They gave 3 chocolates to their younger brother. So what will be the remaining chocolates with them? 7, right? So both of them having equal 7. That is explained here. If equals are subtracted from equals, the remainders are equal. Students, take down some homework problems. Which of the following statements are true and which are false? You have to say whether it is true or false. First question. Only one line can pass through a single point. So only one line can pass through a single point means what? So there is a one point where only one line can pass through a single point. This is what the sentence says. So whether it is true or false, you have to mention it. Whether you can pass only one line in this point, think and answer. Second one, there are an infinite number of lines which pass through 2 distinct points. So there is 2 distinct points, 2 points. So how many number of lines you can pass here? They said infinite. Infinite means countless. Whether we can pass infinite, countless number of lines in these 2 points, you have to answer. True or false, you have to say. Next, in the figure, if AB equals to PQ and PQ equals to XY, then AB equals to XY. Whether it is true or false, you have to say this is equals to this and this is equals to this. Then they have said these 2 are equal. Whether it is true or false, answer. Students, do this homework in your homework book. Thank you.